Hey there, Sag. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca, for those of you who are brand new. First, I would like to say thank you for all of the love, the likes, and the support. I can't do this without you, and I do truly appreciate it. Second, I would like to say my heart to your heart in these times. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with an Eloquii card. It's about to start raining here. So we're going to go ahead and start with an Eloquii card to see where it is that you're standing, my dear Sagittarius. Card makes perfect sense. I did see the Sun card twice while I was shuffling in two different decks, so I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it come out in your reading. You got Carly, she who frees, liberation, unrestrained, freedom. It's a very powerful card. My personal experience with that card, as I got it many times, is I was making a career change from career to retirement. Carly, liberation, unrestrained, freedom. Carly, she who frees, demonstrates how useless it is to try to bind her. She stands barefooted on the rocky shore, her hair blowing loose from the confining headband. Birds swoop overhead. The waves break upon the rock where she perches. Nothing can contain her. She has made the decision to be free, so free she will be. Her wrists bear the marks of the shackles. She will always remember the lessons of wearing them, but now she tosses the broken, useless chains into the water. Within the waves, there is almost an electrical pulse as Carly's energy sets her loose. This is a being who will not be restrained. The message of this card is that you face a challenge only you can answer. Will you remain obedient to the chains put upon you, or will you cast them aside to live the liberated life? It is important to remember sometimes bonds are accepted. You should also understand you can change your mind about those restraints. You are at a point where you can end anything that you feel holds you back. It would be wise to examine the chains thoroughly, though. Who holds the other end and who holds the key? Your questions. When did I first notice that I am being held back? What would real freedom feel like? What chains do I yearn to be free of? Those are your questions. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into reading, my amazing Sagittarians. This is a big full moon for you. We have the Seven of Water and the Hanged Man in the past. I'll go back to the full moon for just a second. So this full moon is in Sagittarius, which is also, if I'm not mistaken, in the south node right now. So whatever that means to you is what it means to you. Like, I have a Sagittarius moon, which means that my emotions lately have been a little tumultuous, to say the least. But Sagittarians, you guys are about freedom. You're about being unrestrained. And there is a lot of confusion that is restraining you right now. But there is a a sacrifice that needs to be made in order to set you free. And it's in a point of view. So let's look at the present situation. You have the 9 of water. So there is a wish here. What is the blockage? The devil. Death. Transformation. Sorry. What is the message from Spirit? Doesn't need to see how all things change, and that in order to get what you want, that means you have to change as well. Thank you. 6 of Earth. What is fair? Interesting. What is the potential outcome? The 6 of Water. The bottom of the deck, we have the Call. That's the Judgment card in the traditional Rider-Waite. You're being called to action. You're being called to go through this transformation. You're being called to be born again. Let's look at the 7 of Water and the Hanged Man. Please clarify the 7 of Water and the Hanged Man. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Please clarify the 7 of Water and the Hanged Man. There's a fight, the 6 of Swords. The Devil in reverse. And the 7 of Swords in reverse. That is a lot of 7s. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups. So there is some grief. Someone has given up a fight in the name of peace. I feel like there was a secret here that came out that broke this chain, and feeling completely, I mean, some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. This is Capricorn energy. But breaking out of some sort of material aspect of something has actually left you feeling quite stuck. Confused and disempowered. Even a little beat up, I'm picking up here. There's something was done in the name of peace, avoiding a conflict. And while it did open the door for something, a sacrifice, something has to be let go of. Let's look at the 9 of water. Please clarify the 9 of water. We have the Magician. The 9 of Pentacles, beautiful energy. And the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are straight up dealing with a Capricorn. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the upright. You have everything that you need to create this wish. Everything you need to create this wish. But something has to end. You have 2 9s. How much do you want it? Right? What are you willing to invest? Please clarify the transformation card. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Judgment card. One more. And the Prince of Cups in the upright. Bottom of the deck, there's a Hanged Man in reverse. So releasing yourself, making the sacrifice, you may feel like you need to give up some new beginning, but what you really need to give up is what that new beginning would look like, and how there's something here that a decision needs to be made on, a big decision. And it has to do with what makes your heart sing. There's a need to look here into how you really feel about something and why you're staying there. Nothing in chaos feels stable, but you cannot have order without chaos, and you cannot have chaos without order. And that is the nature of things. That is the cycle of things. Let's look at the 6 of Earth. Please clarify the 6 of Earth. Temperance in reverse. That's you, Sagittarius. The 5 of Cups in reverse. And the King of Pentacles in the upright. The bottom of the deck, there's that 5 of Pentacles again. Why do you not feel like you're enough? You know? There's a need to heal some grief here. and to see your worth. Fives are all about change. Change is, like I said, it's difficult, but being steadfast, knowing how to invest, knowing that there's stability here. Some of you may be dealing with a father figure that perhaps wasn't nurturing enough. There's a wounding that needs to be worked through. Or, you know, I don't know why this just came up, but maybe they wanted a son and they got a daughter, but that doesn't mean that you can't stand in your power. That doesn't mean that you're not enough. It means that you need to be you and balance and embrace both that masculine and feminine energy. There's a very loving and stable, nourishing energy here somewhere that you need to tap into. Please clarify the Six of Water, the Seven of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Fool. The Ten of Wands just fell out as well. We'll leave it there. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor in reverse. Out of the confusion of the past, a new beginning once you work through these burdens is there for you. But there's a need to look into the past and see how it's playing in the future right now. The Judgment card can talk about things coming back. And your blockage may be transmuting some energy, something of loss into something of love. I'm also feeling like there's a need to really see your own self-worth through all of this, with the peacock feathers that he's carrying. All right, so I'm going to pull a Mystical Shaman Oracle card. And you got two. We have the Seer, number 45, which breaks down to a 9, and number 61, Water, which breaks down to a 7. And with as many 7s as you have in this reading, most of them in the past, there's something that needs to be seen. You also have quite a few 9s. And because you have quite a few 9s, you're nearly to the end of this cycle. We'll pull a spirit animal. Magic works through you, Scarab Beetle. You got number 29, which breaks down to an 11, Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. And I will read the shaman cards to you. Whose burden are you picking up? Is it your burden to pick up? Keep that in mind. The seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. This symbol represents psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. The seer invites you to trust your intuition and follow it as it leads you forward. You may feel lost when it appears that your hunch is taking you in circles or even through a maze, but the hidden realms don't follow the rules of a two-dimensional map. Trust your gut and allow your perception of your circumstances to widen to include the nuances and subtle cues that you normally miss if you take things at face value. The seer has gifted you with his magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. The medicine. The seer has arrived now to challenge you to get out of denial and begin telling yourself the truth about your situation. Wishful thinking will not make what you desire happen when you're refusing to see things as they are. The truth may hurt, but it will set you free to claim the bounty that is waiting for you to notice it. This is a moment of true power. The seer offers you his medicine. When you are ready, surrender your vision to spirit and ask to be shown the truth, no matter the price. Once you do so, your eyes will open and you will receive a powerful gift. So, Hangman is all about perception. And then we have number 61, water. Water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it comes under the laws of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. When water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. Know they are going to be changeable and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here. Go with it. The medicine. This is a time for cleansing unwanted energy and sticky feelings. Consider this. What water does to the flesh, it does in sacred ritual to the spirit. The spiritual cleansing, like baptism, is the opportunity to get an instantaneous experience of the timeless, non-ordinary reality in which all true creation takes place. Now is also a time that is pregnant with potential for you. Carl Jung talked about the maternal womb-like significance of water as a universal symbol. Water represents the potentiality of existence. It precedes and sustains every creation. Emergence from its manifestation, immersion in its dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. Make way for the process. You can expect it to be messy, but well worth it. Okay, Sag, I hope that was helpful. If it was, please hit the like and subscribe button. And remember, I love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.